Most defense lawyers don't trust Alabama's breath testing machines in DUI cases. And here's why. The reason that they're not trusted is that the breath testing machines used in Alabama are based on the law of averages. They are calculated based on an average metabolic rate. And there's a problem with that. You blow in the machine and it takes that breath sample from you and it says, based on average Joe's metabolic rate, not your metabolic rate, but average Joe's metabolic rate, here's what the calculation would be. But let's face it, everybody has different metabolic rates. So a guy like Andre the Giant, his metabolic rate is very different from whatever your grandmother's. And that's why, Andre the Giant, he can drink your grandmother under the table. Or maybe not, it depends on who your grandmother is. But, to use another example, my wife, who's thin as a rail, she has a pretty good metabolism. She can eat, 5 bowls of ice cream a night, and she stays thin. I pop an M&M, it's like pulling the handle on an inflatable raft. I get even fatter. So we all have different metabolisms. But the breath testing machine, it doesn't look at our individual metabolism. It just says, well, let's look at the average. The problem with averages is that using an average doesn't reflect what the reality is. And the reality would have to look at our specific metabolic rate. According to the law of averages, I'm going to give you an example of how averages don't reflect the truth. According to the law of averages, you and I, we're dead Chinese women. And unless you happen to be a dead Chinese woman who's watching this video, you're probably going, no, wait, that's not right. Here's how that works. On average, the biggest single population group in the world is Chinese. So on average, you're Chinese. And the biggest group of humans are dead. There's more dead people than live people. So on average, you're a dead person. And believe it or not, it's never 50-50 on birth rates. It's always been slightly more women than men who are born. So on average, you're a woman. And you put those things together, and at least according to the law of averages, you and I, we're dead Chinese women. Well, is that the truth? Like I said, unless you happen to be a dead Chinese woman who's watching this, probably not. So using averages doesn't necessarily mean that you're getting the truth. And that's why most defense lawyers don't trust the results of the breath test. They don't trust it because it doesn't reflect the accurate truth. And of course, the purpose of trial is to reach the truth. I hope you enjoy these videos. If you'd be kind enough, if you'll like and subscribe, that helps us. Of course, if you're in a legal jam and you need our help, just our phone number is below, and there's a link to our website that either is or was in this video somewhere. Thanks again. Thank you for watching.